Okay, so for this question, straightforward. Determine the volume of the cylinder. They tell you the shape and they tell you what they want to know, volume. So let's write at the top the formula for volume of a cylinder. What is it? Pi, yep, times r squared times height. Now you can write this in your notes to help you remember, to help you remember what order to calculate this in. Remember, you have to do r squared first when you're simplifying this. What does r squared mean? It means radius times radius, right? So you can rewrite the formula and you can put this on your sheet to say pi, or actually we can write 3.14 if you want to use 3.14, you don't have to use the pi button. Oops. So it would be 3.14 times radius times height, because radius squared means radius times radius. So if you punch that in on your calculator, you can do it in one step. Okay? If you don't do it that way, you can't punch in 3.14 times radius squared on your calculator. It won't give you the right answer. You have to actually break it apart. Radius times radius. So what is a radius? If you have a circle, from one edge of the circle to the other is what? Is the diameter, right? And half of that, good, is the radius. You guys learned this in chapter 2, actually. So in the first one, what is we need to know the radius, right? And we need to know the height. So label your diagram. What part of the cylinder is considered the radius? What's the radius for question A? 5. What's the height? Okay, let's label question B. Is the radius 12? For B, is the radius equal to 12?
Yes.
So remember, radius is only half. So the whole thing, the diameter is 12. Look at the diagram. What would the radius be? 12 divided by 2. To get the radius, you have to take the diameter and divide it by 2. And what would be the height for B? What's the height of the second cylinder? Yeah, I'm just labeling them. So radius is 6. Height is 45. For the first one, radius is 5. And height is 14. So now you guys are going to do this on your own. Plug it into the formula. Volume equals 3.14 times radius times height times 5 times 5 times 14. What do we get for the volume of the first cylinder? What's the answer? So it's approximately equal to 1,099 what? What's the unit?
No.
Meters what? Cubed. Volume is always cubed because it's 3D. Think of it like you're looking at 3D shapes. It's cubed. Volume equals 3.14 times what?
36.
Well, how did you get that? You do radius, 6 times 6, and then the height? 45. Good. Simplify it. What is the volume of that cylinder equal to?
87.
So let's round it off to 5,087. What's the unit? Centimeters cubed. If I put this symbol, great question, that means approximately equal to. I'm not saying the volume is equal to that because I rounded my answer. If you're rounding your answer, you just put that little dot above it, and that tells me that it's an approximate answer. And all of these are approximate because we rounded pi.